A beautiful shot there of the Rocky Mountain skyline of downtown Denver. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. From the corner of 20th and Blake Streets, a look at Coors Field in Denver. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the East-leading New York Mets and the Colorado Rockies. With that, we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Matt Vasgersian here with you. Along with me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And EK, let's take a quick look back at what's transpired over the first two games in this four-game set.
Yeah, a real nail-biter here last night. And you can see a one-run ball game. Very well played on both sides. A well-pitched game as well. I think both managers would like to see their starters match the performances turned in last night.
All right, EK, we'll get to Steve in a moment, but first, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting New York Mets as Terry Collins sets his guys up like this. Don Roach will get the call to face them, and the key for him will almost certainly be getting ahead in the count early. We've seen in the past when he's forced to work from behind, he can run into some problems. Gary Cox will stand in as he'll enter play fourth in the National League batting race. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a cold strike one. There are the batting leaders in the National League, of which we spoke just a moment ago.
First pitch, 6-10.
And that's in there as well, so it's 0-2 to start the night.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And this is taken for a called third strike as the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game. So the rookie passes his first test here on the mound, and with that, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Number 30 will stand in. A big power threat here to say the least, currently third in home runs in the National League. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Dickerson is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
Obviously, it'll be very important to keep these top two guys off base going forward. They're the ones that set the table and make this team go. So that's a good job here to set them down to start the ball game.
Michael Lee will take his first cuts now, and as you can see, he enters play with that average up over the 320 mark. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
Good at bat so far here with 2 away. You're going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
That's foul.
Grounded foul off to the right. Here's the full count offering. Swing, hard hit ball to second. On to play it is Tejada. Throw on to the first baseman Morneau, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. The Rockies coming up. We've got no score. Batting order for the Rockies looks like this. And there you see the starting pitcher they'll match up against as you look at his numbers on the right side of your screen. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. Heading for the batter's box now is Drew Stubbs as he'll start things out in the home half of the first.
Center fielder, Drew Stubbs.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. And the catch is made, 1 away. So a good slider there to get the ground out as he'll hope for more of that moving forward as we give you a look at the scouting report. Ruben Tejada will get his first shot at it here. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Come on, Rockies.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. And they'll come inside with this one, but the result's the same. It's to 2-1 now. And now pitch on the way. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Fouled back. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A one-out walk here in the home first.
Well, he's going to find that hitters in the big leagues are much more patient than they were down at AAA. A strikeout in the minors turns into a walk at this level.
Trevor Story will dig in for the first time here, looking to change his fortunes a bit as he's seen that average dip these last 4 or so games. And he committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he over-adjusted and was so far ahead of this one.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And when you're trying to think down in the zone, that's a pitch you're just not prepared to see. I think it just caught him off guard there as this is in there at the letters.
Carlos Gonzalez will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Two out with the man at first. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 1-2 now.
Just overmatched him there.
Crush that pitch. Let's go.
Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. Now a ball lined to the right side. And Gonzalez is going to have himself a base hit.
And I think he finally just got to the point on the mound where he said, listen, my arm's had enough of this at-bat. You can just have the base hit. Just quit fouling off all of my pitches.
Corey Dickerson will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado. After one, no score. Number 3 leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Third baseman, number 3.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
And this is what you like to see, especially coming off of a loss in his last start. These first couple innings, he's coming right after guys.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
And the way these guys have been swinging at everything, I'm surprised he didn't go after that one, too.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And remember, he's coming off a loss in his last start. So if he keeps doing things like walking the leadoff guy, he'll be in trouble here, too.
David Lee will stand in now, and this is certainly a guy that can beat you in a lot of ways. Currently your National League stolen base leader.
There you go. Come on, turn the double.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Swing and a line drive to center field. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases.
Batting sixth, second baseman,
Daniel Murphy will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. First pitch coming. And this is on the ground to the right side, but foul wide of Morneau at first. And a sinker sinks too much there as it bounces into the catcher's glove.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning.
And if this ball's hit maybe just a little bit harder, he might have a shot at doubling a man off. But since it's hit so softly, he's only going to wind up getting 1 out.
Michael Kadire will dig in now. And he's come through in many a situation like this. Currently 4th in the National League RBI race.
Let's keep him right there.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And speaking of the NL RBI leaders, there they are on your screen. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Surprised at all that they're coming right after him this way?
A little bit. I like it. It's good for the game, but this is definitely a guy that can hurt you if you're not careful.
Come on, Rockies.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. In the dirt, but a good block there by Laird to keep it in front of him. The 1-2 to Kadire. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And this is on the ground to third. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Just a simple ground ball right here, but that's going to do the trick. And that puts our first run on the board here on the RBI ground out.
Brian McCann will stride forward now, looking to keep that hit streak alive. Currently at 6 games entering play. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. And now you've got a base open here with the pitcher on deck. Is this a workaround situation?
I think absolutely. With 2 outs here, no sense in giving this guy anything to hit if you can pitch to the pitcher instead.
The 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
Out in front as he yanks this down the line at first. Oh, look at this. And he will take this to the bag himself, and a big play there as that limits the damage to 1 as the inning is over. Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Justin Morneau will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game.
Justin Morneau.
Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
Well, he needed a hit like this. Got to get him to snap out of this cold streak. I mean, you're just looking for something to go your way. And that ball, it's not hit particularly well, but it happens to find a hole. He's saying, man, it's about time.
Charlie Culberson will get his first opportunity now. First pitch on the way. He's running towards second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. It's high, but a fine play to come down with it at second, and he's out trying to steal a base.
Well, he did a good job to get on base with the leadoff single, but then he got a little greedy here on the first pitch, and they throw him out pretty easily at second base.
We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Let's go, Rockies! Come on!
Now here it comes. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping in is the catcher, Gerald Laird. First pitch to him. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. And there's ball 1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
The 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Rockies are down quietly. They're down 1-0. Number 48 will turn right around and get us started here. 9-1-2 to start inning number 3.
All right, Rockies!
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Yeah, those are the ones you like to start an at-bat, especially your first time up.
I agree. Give me a nice, easy one in the dirt that I can take so I can really get ahead in that count early.
Here's the 1-0. In there, 1-1.
All right, Rocky, you got it.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
Swinger here!
Line to the right side, but foul. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will land foul. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Yeah, and on 2-2 to start an inning, that's a call you'd like to get.
Come on, guys, let's go!
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a one-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
Gary Cox will get his first shot here with the runner on following the leadoff walk. Now the first pitch. In there, strike 1. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Come on, Rocky!
Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Now batting, number 30.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. It looked to me like that was the right call.
Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
That runner's leaning!
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Now a swing as he shoots this one over to first. And he'll have himself a base hit.
Well, with the at-bats going up, the average has been going down, and he's below 280 now, so he's got to be hoping that this base hit here gets him back on track towards getting that average into the 300s again.
Michael Lee will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And this is fouled back and out of play. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle to second for one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Don Roach makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Don Roach.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
All right, Rocky!
3-0 now.
Of all the people to lose the strike zone against in this lineup, he's got to be out there thinking, how is this happening against the pitcher?
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now.
That's a borderline strike right there, and I think that he had one step out of the batter's box headed towards first already.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Swing and a miss, and he's got that strikeout pitch working now. That's 3 in a row for him as there's one away.
Yeah, not a real good job of pitch recognition there. I mean, this ball was going to be in on his hands to begin with. I don't know quite what he saw that made him want to swing at that thing, but it just completely locked him up there.
Drew Stubbs will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
Here we go.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
1-0. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
Three and 0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with one away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Ruben Tejada will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and one away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Big hole on the right side. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Wait for it.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Lee is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place, but luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Trevor Story will get another shot, called out on strikes his first time around. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for Colorado. It remains 1-0. Number 3 will bat here. No official at bat, but he's scored a run thus far.
Number 3.
Inside with the sinker, and that'll keep him honest at the plate.
You gotta strike him out.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Not the best of starts to this fourth inning.
Here we go. Swing better.
A strike, and it's 3-1. And this is lined into right field, and he's aboard here with the leadoff single.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
David Lee will stand in here. He doubled his first time around.
Something's on.
Now the first pitch. And he takes ball 1.
And right about now, you gotta know as a hitter that you're gonna see a heavy dose of that splitter. That's a good take up there to get ahead.
Nobody out, runner on first.
Get it going, Rocky.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Right there at the belt, 1-2 now.
Boy, his control has been outstanding so far. And there's another pitch right on the black.
And this ball will be chopped foul. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Come on now.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
And we're going to give you another look at that 2-2 pitch. Now, what I like about it is that he's been mixing in his curveball a little bit more here second time through the lineup, giving him just a little bit of a different wrinkle. And this one is a beauty.
Daniel Murphy will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. One there, on to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first 4 innings as that one will retire the side. Mets go down quickly, but they're on top 1-0. Carlos Gonzalez will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez.
Ball 1. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
And this time the fastball's by him, and that'll even things out at 1-1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
And that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
And Gonzalez lays off as he goes to 2-1 now. And this is going to be a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and Gonzalez is down on strikes for the first out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And we see a 5-mile-an-hour separation between these two starters from 96 down to 91 as the top two speeds. Corey Dickerson will be the batter. Now an off-speed pitch that nearly ran in and got him.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
And this is fouled back and out of play. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 33, Justin.
We'll get a good look at the grip on this last circle change. You can see that your fingers actually make kind of an OK symbol on the side of the baseball, and that gives it that nice fading movement it has at the end.
Justin Morneau will stand in here hoping to at least put a ball in play here this inning. First pitch coming. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. And the off-speed pitch is taken here, a ball and a strike. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike.
Candy here.
Now the pitch. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back at Coors Field in just a moment. Michael Kadire will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Michael Kadire.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Now the 1-1. Swing, hard hit ball to second. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting, catcher, Brian McCann.
Brian McCann will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Bases are empty, one man out. Called strike 0-2.
And on the mound here, you got to make sure you pitch to the shift. You don't want to make it easier for a guy to go the other way on you.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Well, that shift can be a gamble sometimes. They're playing straight up. This is probably an out, but since they're shifted well over to right field, this finds a seam.
Number 48 will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. A tag for one, but they'll only get one as he's in there at second.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but hey, he gets the job done.
Gary Cox will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now a ball hit hard towards the hole, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with two away, they didn't like their chances there. And a good at-bat there, as that, in fact, stretches his hitting streak out to 9 games now. Number 30. We'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 5.
Let's keep him right here.
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. Splitter taken here, 2-1.
You know what? He's starting to skate on some thin ice here, and sooner or later, he's going to have to challenge him.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. 2 left for the Mets. They lead it 1-0. Charlie Culberson will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball. It's 1-0. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning.
And that's a pretty good job of staying with the ball because he doesn't really panic after he clanked it. And then he just regathers himself and fires a strike to first to get the out.
Gerald Laird will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Straight paint at 94 miles an hour. Not a lot of movement there, but it's right on a dime.
Come on.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Hit hard to the right. Foul. And this will be fouled away. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
Wow, he's using that fastball to devastating effect out there now. So he gets another out here. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Don Roach will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage. But you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired.
Oh, no.
3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They still trail 1-0. Michael Lee will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the Ledger in his 2 trips so far. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out.
You get a look there at his pitch breakdown so far. That sinker of his is a great weapon to have, and he picked the right spot to use it there.
Number 3 will step in, a base hit in his last time. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 9 on the year, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to take another look at where this thing comes down. There are not too many guys that are going to get out to that area. That's about in the 460 range. That's one of the furthest we're going to see all year.
Now you see the Colorado skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Number 64 is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 64.
David Lee will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats, a foul ball. And, oh, you talk about getting a pitcher's call. There's one there, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away. And there's something he just may well remember for quite a while. His first big league punch out. I'm sure he's hoping it'll be the first of many, many more.
And you hear a lot of pitching coaches talking about pitchers letting their defense do the work. But the truth is, if you want to stick around in the big leagues, you're going to have to take matters into your own hands every once in a while, too. In this day and age, you have to be able to strike guys out if you want to be successful.
Daniel Murphy will stand in now. He's lined out and hit into a double play in his first 2 trips. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Culberson will put this one away, and the side is retired. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's now 2-0 New York. Drew Stubbs will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch, something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Now a slider hit pretty well, but he might have got under it just a bit as this is out toward deep center. Cox has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Ruben Tejada will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. At the knees, strike one.
He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Come on now, hit.
Fouled back. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
And this is fouled back and out of play. One out, nobody on. Now another 1-2. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Knock it out of here.
Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. Throw gets him, 2 down.
And you start to wonder if anyone's going to get on base against him again. That's 10 straight now he's retired.
Story.
Trevor Story will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. The only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk here would at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, this guy has some pop.
The 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
The 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another full count pitch home. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
Well, two-way, you're just looking to get on base somehow, especially when this guy hasn't given you anything so far. So, at the very least, make him work out of the stretch and throw a few more pitches here.
Carlos Gonzalez will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And here's a pitch swung on and sent on the ground to short. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Rockies strand 1. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Michael Kadire will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Left fielder, Michael Kadire.
And here's the first pitch. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The catcher, number 36, Brian McCann.
Brian McCann will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there, 0-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
One and one.
Ball, that's too high.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Fouled straight back. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Number 48.
Matt Carpenter will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Carpenter.
Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw over to Morneau is going to be in time, and with it, the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Dylan G will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Dylan G.
Corey Dickerson will start things off for the Rockies, with Justin Morneau due to follow next.
Corey Dickerson.
Fastball in there for a called strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. swinging a fly ball right down the line in left. And Kadire will put this one away for the first out.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Justin Morneau will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's the first offering. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
And that pitch is lined into left field, and he's got his second hit of the evening. Around first, on his way to second now. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Charlie Culberson will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Let's get a couple runs. Give him the green light.
In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. For Morneau, that's now 7 doubles for him on the season. Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. 2-0 now.
And with just a 2-run lead, this normally wouldn't be a workaround spot. I just think he's having trouble throwing strikes.
And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Gerald Laird.
Gerald Laird will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
A curveball here, but he was waiting for it and sends it in the air to deep left field. Kadire is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. More ahead from Denver right after this. Gary Cox will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. fight to stay alive here as this is reached for and fouled away. Here's a swing and a shot back up the middle. And there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far.
Number 30.
They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Number 30 will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Lined into left center. And now he has some trouble with it in left.
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
Michael Lee will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
And clearly trying to keep the ball low here. That's ball 2. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
And this one is past him, and that could be a run. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
That's so much for needing a sac fly. They just go ahead and hand him a run here on the pass ball.
3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Line hard into left. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now. And he'll get in there safely.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. But once this gets down the line, he's thinking 2 right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Adam Ottavino will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Michael McHenry is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Michael McHenry.
Number 3 will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. No one out with a runner at second. The 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1. That one finds the target on the outer half. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Close to the bag at second there. Now the pitch. And he'll take strike 3 called. And he needed that one badly on the mound. 1 away.
Well, I think there's something to be said for being patient, and then there's being overly patient. I mean, especially with 2 strikes, you've got to protect the plate up there. But he looks at 4 pitches, and he never even took the bat off his shoulder.
David Lee will get another shot. Struck out swinging his last time. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
Get out of here, Matt. Back in the
Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. Outside, 2-1.
Hey, up! Try open your eyes next time.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now. Daniel Murphy waits on deck. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, there it is. Hat trick, my friend. That's a 3rd strikeout of the game. You know, luckily, his guys are winning, so it kind of lessens the blow, but actually, not so much.
Daniel Murphy will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called as Clyde Washington's strike zone may have expanded a bit there, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Michael McHenry will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th.
Michael McHenry.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Here it comes. Now here's the ball hit sharply toward the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Drew Stubbs will stand in. He flew out his last time up. fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
Hot dog. Get the hot dogs here.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Boy, good change of speeds there. Had him fooled, and from 2-0, it's back to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You can do it.
Do it.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Ready with another 2-2. Stays alive here as this is foul off to the right. And he's forced to protect with 2 strikes as he had to reach for that one to foul it away. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. How about this for an at-bat?
Best we've seen tonight, no question.
Here's a ground ball now through the hole into left, and they've got something cooking here. Back-to-back singles to lead off the inning.
Maybe a chance here to put a dent into that scoreboard after all. This gives them a couple guys on base now here in the late going. And at the very least, another hit here could be enough for them to avoid the shutout.
Tyon is on to work as he'll take over here in the 8th.
Number 61.
Ruben Tejada will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
First and second here with nobody out. Now Tejada awaits 1-0. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Short lead from second, now the pitch. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And here's where the Rockies need to cash in with that one key hit they've been missing.
And a swing and a miss by Tejada, and he's down on strikes for the first out.
Well, when you talk about a great 1-2 combination, here it is. Go high and tight on the previous pitch, and then low and away for the punch-out. That's a great job of changing the line of sight for the hitter, and it really paid off there.
Trevor Story will stand in. Base on balls his last time.
Put one in the bleachers now.
Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. Now here's a ball popped up. This behind the plate for McCann. And McCann will stay with this one for out number 2.
And now that would have fallen under the infield fly rule if it was a fair ball. But no matter, he goes over to make the catch here in foul territory.
Carlos Gonzalez will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Upstairs with it yet again. It's 2-0 now.
And now at the plate with a 2-0 count, it's not just, hey, this has to be a strike. You've got to look for one pitch in one location and then let it rip.
The 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Oh, and a good fastball hitter here. To me, that's a little surprising that he wouldn't be swinging away on 2-0.
Good fastball that time as he's pulled the count back to even now. It's 2-2.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
And now a swing and a ball hit hard back up the middle. Oh, and he just throws the glove up there and snares it for out number 3. 2 left for Colorado. They're down 4-0. Michael Kadire will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the ninth.
Left fielder, Michael Kadire.
And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
Go back to New York, man.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
I think if you gave him another chance, he'd be swinging at that one. That was a great pitch to hit.
Now a check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
The catcher, number 36, Brian McCann.
Brian McCann will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And here's a swing, and another chance out there is short. On to first, and McCann is retired here for route number 2.
And right here, if the defense is playing straight up, you figure this has a good chance to get up the middle. But you can see the shortstop lining up just to the right of second base, so the shift works to a T, and they get the 6-3 putout.
Jason Hayward will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. First pitch coming. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Off the plate again. 2-0 now. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
I mean, he's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
Now a ball sprayed foul into the seats near third. And here's a ball hit in the air. McHenry is there, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 4-0. Jay Lee will come in and pitch now.
For New York, number 20, Jay Lee.
Corey Dickerson will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Ready now on 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Kadire is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Justin Morneau will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. On to first, and the Rockies are now down to their final out of the game.
The batter, third baseman, Charlie Culberson.
Charlie Culberson is the last chance now with 2 out here in the 9th. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
These guys would like to at least get someone on base here in this bottom of the 9th. Got to make them sweat a little.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
And now, as a hitter, 1 and 2, you've got to be thinking right center field. They'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
Here comes a 1-2. And 2 and 2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2 and 2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And at this point, I don't know if this streak is going to let up anytime soon. That's 9 in a row. And from what I've seen, this could go on for quite a bit longer.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, not the longest outing he'll ever have. He only made it 6 full innings, but he definitely brought his good stuff to the ballpark, and he winds up helping his guys get out of here with a victory.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Mets come out on top, 4-0. Good night from Denver.
Final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Rockies, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game RTD trains on the C line to Mineral and the E line to Lincoln are available down the street at Union Station. Bus service is available outside Gate B on the corner of 22nd and Blake Streets.